Hey Tigers, this is Miss Hanneth. I have a fun new activity for you to play this week. It is called high or low. You're going to need the following pieces of equipment. You're going to need some sort of ball. I've got a small ball, I found a beach ball, and I also had a pair of socks just in case I did not have a ball. You will need a piece of paper and a pencil as well because you're going to be writing some numbers down later on. First thing you're going to do, I'm going to use the beach ball. I'm going to start with what is called my dominant hand. That's the hand I write my name with, I brush my teeth with, the hand I use most all the time. I'm going to take the ball and I'm just going to tap it up in the air and see how many taps I can get. So if I start tapping, once the ball hits the floor, whatever my number is, I'm going to just remember that number. For right now, I'm just going to have some fun, see how high I can get. Then I'm going to take the ball, place it in my non-dominant hand. Remember, this might be a little bit more of a challenge, but I want you to try it. Again, tap the ball. See how many times you can tap the ball before it hits the floor. Okay? Next, after you've tapped right and left, because I am right-handed, I'm starting with my right hand, that's my dominant hand. Then I want you to do what's called crossing the midline. I'm going to tap the ball across my body from one side to the other side. Okay, I'm crossing that midline. I want to see how many times I can get it before I drop the ball. That's just something you can do for fun. Remember, you can do this activity by yourself, or if you have a family member, you can have a little competition and see how many times they can get. Now, we're going to use some of our math skills today. We are going to be working on greater than, less than, or equal to. And for my fifth graders, you're going to work on something called the median, finding that number in the middle. So you're going to need that paper and pencil now because you're going to have to write some numbers down. First thing you're going to do, start with that dominant hand. Start tapping, okay? I drop the ball. Let's say I got 4 taps. I'm going to come over to my paper. I'm going to write the number 4. I'm now going to move to my non-dominant hand. I'm going to start tapping. Oh, I got 2. I'm going to write that number on my paper. Now I have to decide which number is 4 bigger than 2 or less than 2, because I'm going to write the number I did first, write that one down first. Okay, so if I have 4 and 2, I know that 4 is greater than 2. So my paper would look like that, and I'm going to put the greater sign. Okay, now I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to write my numbers down again. For my fifth graders, you are going to just keep track. Every time you make a score, you're going to write that number down. So I have 4, 2, and I've got to put the numbers in order. So I've got to put the 2 first. So when you're finding the median, you have to go from least to greatest. Okay, so that's what you're working on. When you're working on crossing the midline, you're going to just tap back and forth and see what you get. Write that number down and then come back and cross the midline again. Again, you can look for greater than, less than, equal to. For my fifth graders, write down the numbers. Remember, you've got to write them in numerical order from the least to the greatest. Now, if you were in grades 3, 4, and 5, remember at the beginning of the school year, we worked on our volleyball skills. And so I want to give a shout out to 2 of our students at our school who helped me come up with this idea. I'm going to find a wall because I'm by myself. I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to just work on volleying up against the wall. See how many times I can get it before the ball hits the floor. Once the ball hits the floor, I'm going to come over to my paper, write that number down. I'm going to go again. I'm going to write that number down, and then I'm going to decide, is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Fifth graders, you're writing the numbers down in numerical order, finding the median, the number in the middle. Okay, this is your activity for the week. It's called high or low. I hope you have fun doing this activity with your family or by yourself. Remember, we love you, we miss you, and hope to see you soon.